Today we are going to show you how to install sheet siding and windows and vents on a storage shed. 4x8 sheet siding is the easiest and most cost-effective way to provide exterior protection to your shed. It is attached to the shed using 2.5-inch long galvanized nails so they do not rust. These shed walls are 8 foot 1 inch tall, so an 8-foot sheet will not cover the full height of the wall. We held the siding down off the top plates so it would overhang the floor to wall joint by an inch. The bottom overlap helps the water run down the shed wall and away from the shed floor. Before installing the siding, double check that the walls are plumb in both directions using a level. Prepare to install the siding by orienting the siding sheet so that the vertical edge with the overlap is at the corner that you laid out the wall studs from. The other vertical edge with the underlap should have a vertical stud at the joint between the two siding pieces to support the joint. Place a mark on each vertical side of the sheet at the lower edges, 1 inch from the bottom. Set the sheet up against the wall studs and line up the corner edge mark with the top of the concrete slab and the edge of the corner wall stud, and nail it on. Then go over to the other corner and align the mark at the edge with the top of the concrete slab and nail it on. After the bottom is secure, double check that the wall is plumb and adjust if necessary. The vertical corner siding edge should be flush with the corner wall stud and plumb with the level. Then put a third nail close to the top of the siding at the corner. The third nail will lock the wall in a square position. Measure and mark the wall stud locations using a pencil and tape measure to make sure the nails hit the studs. The siding is nailed to the wall using galvanized nails installed at 12 inches on center in the middle and every 6 inches along the edges. You do not need to nail the edge that the second sheet will overlap because you will nail on top of the overlap when the second sheet is installed. Each successive sheet is installed by lining the bottom corner up with the first sheet at the overlap joint and then nailing it on at that corner. Then line up the joint at the top and nail it on. The rest of the sheet is nailed on like the first sheet. The other walls were nailed on using the same process. Make sure that you start at the corners that you laid the walls out from. We installed siding over the doorway and cut it out when we were ready to install the door, but you can do it as you install it. It is cut out to be flush with the door framing studs and header. The siding on the gable ends was installed after the roof framing was done and after the window and vents were installed. This helps to match the roof angle cut and overlap the window and vent flanges. The windows are installed using 1.5-inch roofing nails or exterior rated screws. They are installed into the slots in the nailing fins. The window is centered and leveled in the opening and then nailed in place. Check with the manufacturer of the window if it is okay to use nails along the top edge. The vent is installed in the same manner as the windows. We installed horizontal boards to allow us to support the edges of the gable vent. Many gable vents can go directly over gable wall framing, which is helpful because gable walls almost always have a vertical post in the center. We measured the angle of the gable and the location of the window and vents and transferred the dimensions onto the back of the siding, and then cut them out and installed them. A metal window flashing is installed along the top of the window. It is attached to the wall framing behind the siding and goes out over the top of the window. A Z-metal flashing is installed on all horizontal joints in the siding. It overlaps the lower siding sheet and goes under the upper siding sheet. The flashing is nailed on high above the joint so the water does not seep in around the nail heads. The siding is installed up to the edge of the window and vent. It is held off about 1/8 to 1/4 inch. We made sure to nail about 2 inches away from the edge of the window so we did not nail through and break the plastic flange on the window. Please hit the like button and click here to subscribe. Check out these videos to learn more about shed building and reclaim your garage.